Hey guys, welcome back to day 23 of the off season. Today we're going to be hitting chest and shoulders. So, for you bro split, for you bro split fellas out there, push day, same concept. We're going to go to some cables, do a little bit of warm up the lats, chest, shoulders, make sure my triceps are warm so that my elbows don't bother me. And then we're going to work on over to incline bench press. And then on the incline bench press, again, the focus for that is really just going to be tearing the muscle, so getting a burn. That's really the goal there, is to get as much of a burn as we can. Then we're going to move over to the seated chest press machine. That one is a pin stack. Same exact thing there, though. It works a little bit more the lower chest. So we're going to do the same thing as we do for incline there, focusing on just getting a burn. And then we're going to work our way over to some flies. And then finally finish up with a bit of shoulders. But excited to work out today. We spent a lot of time in the office today. I mean, this is a Sunday. I don't work today. But we showed up, kind of just sat around for a bit today once we got here, coming up with like what I wanted to do as a game plan, because this last week I've kind of just been running into my workout, not really thinking things through. So I want to take a little bit more of a calculated approach to when I'm working out, just so I could be as efficient as possible with my time here. And, that's really the key, I think, is efficiency. If you can do a movement efficiently so that you're able to build the most muscle with the least amount of time, obviously that's everybody's goal. But then sometimes you get carried away with these guys saying, I think it's everybody's following, what is it, Mike Mentzer now? I hear a lot about Mike Mentzer. If I'm getting the wrong bodybuilder there, please feel free to attack me. But I see a lot of people going like, oh, you only need to do one set of a movement. All right. Oh, go to extreme failure, one set of a movement, you're done, you can move on to the next movement. That has been proven wrong in, I think it's a little over 90% of studies that showed volume throughout the week. Volume training is just better. Doing, 4, 5, 6 sets of movement has shown to output better progression than just doing one set to absolute failure. Now, there is the other end of that where you're doing too many sets and it's actually regressive because your body is only able to recover back to a certain point. So obviously everybody should know, if you're following this channel. If you don't, we'll just talk about it a little bit. When you work out, your whole goal is to tear your muscle fibers, and then you also want to then finish off your workout with pumping as much blood. That's why getting a pump is important towards the end of your workout, is getting a pump to get blood and nutrients into that muscle so that it has a better odds of recovering and building up stronger. Muscles grow when they tear and they're repaired stronger. Now, if you overdo it when you work out and you end up doing way too many sets, at some point you're just beating a dead horse. That muscle is already ripped. You're just beating the crap out of it at that point. What ends up happening is your body is only able to recover and repair itself basically to the same point that it was already at. If not, you're not able to fully recover by your next workout. So when you do that and you really overwork the muscle, you end up really just not seeing any progress, but you'll feel terrible because that muscle is always going to be in a state of trying to recover to get just at least back to where it was and not any stronger. So the goal is efficiency, but again, you don't want to go the Mike Mentzer route most of the time, unless, again, there's very few people that can get away with doing the Mike Mentzer approach where it's one set to absolute failure. But again, it's been proven to not work for the vast majority of people, that you need to volume train instead. But there's also that bad part of volume training where if you push it to the absolute extreme of volume training and are doing like 10 sets, 10 working sets on like every single movement, you're going to end up overworking the muscle. and not seeing any progress whatsoever. So we're going to go try to find a happy medium. And again, that's why my plan today is to do those 2 pushing movements to really break down the muscle, and then work on over to things like flies that'll allow me to get a better pump and force fresh nutrients into the muscle so that it has an easier time recovering. But enough of me yapping, and let's get on to the workout. Oh, I moved to the wrong side. When I was talking about warming up, so, jeez, I only changed one side. So when I was talking about warming up, this is what I mean. Like, when I was powerlifting, you do a lot more to warm up because you're focused on compound movements and moving the weight and XYZ, you know, not a big deal. But when it comes to bodybuilding, the only reason that I'm trying to warm up is I'm still doing compounds, and from powerlifting, I've gotten some injuries over the days, and you know, my elbows bother me sometimes. I get some shoulder pain. That's from, you know, I used to bench 5 days a week. When you're benching 5 days a week, things happen. You get elbow pain, you get shoulder injuries. Those little things start to affect you. So, doing little warm-ups like this just helps.
So,
I mean, the goal is 15.
reps with this?
Yeah, even if it has to be forced, we'll still just go for it. I just did 12, so. Mini Sam Sulik spotting me, I should be able to get more.
Yeah, you got it. Especially when lat spreading on you. Oh, that's easy. Legs. It's easy.
Oh, thank you.
Is that 15?
Yeah. That was burning at like 12. Good spot.
I just went down. One, two, one,
I'm gonna do partials for the next 5 or 8. Help me on them.
you got it. One. I'm helping you. Two.
Push up.
3. Come on. One more.
No, I need help on that.
Oh, that's it.
Oh. Oh, the fatigue is setting in so much earlier now. Now, partial on the incline, low key, trade secret. All right. Well, the flat chest press machine, the pin stack one, was actually taken. So this is actually another great option. It's unilaterally loaded, so each arm is loaded individually. So you know you're doing the same weight on each arm, but it's another great way of getting flat benching. Oh, it's on fire. Ooh. Very nice. So we worked our way over to flies. Again, like I explained earlier, it's mainly to get a pump in the muscle. So the first variation that we're starting with is almost basically fully bent over. And it's almost like a press into a fly at the top. Sticking with like 15s for this. 15 to 20. I think I'm gonna do 15 then partials this set. Definitely getting a dirty chest pump. I think we're gonna do one set, kind of just side to side in, like a hug. Actually, we're not gonna do it on these. We're gonna do it on the machine. We're gonna do 3 sets of that real quick. Finish off chest and move on to shoulders. So, these are the neutral seated chest flies I was talking about. Basically, practicing to hug everybody to the max. Oh, let's get on to shoulders real quick. So we've gone over to the seated lateral raise before we start going over to dumbbells, just as an easier way to pre-fatigue the muscle before we get a pump in on the dumbbells. Barely fit in the machine. Woo! Alrighty, probably gonna do one more of those, and then we're gonna do some dumbbells real quick. Like I said before, we're just finishing up with dumbbell lateral raise. Let's get on to posing. So guys, wrapping up day 23, right? I think I already said it like multiple times. Day 23 of the off season. Pump today. I'm honestly pretty happy with how it's looking. You know, if I can get under light right. Shoulders are looking good. Let me get this off. See if the chest pump's almost all gone, to be honest. Took a pretty decent break between doing chest and doing shoulders. But actually, looking really, I don't know if the camera's picking this up, but I look really filled out today. My buddies were even complimenting on it. The chest, everything. You know, it's looking pretty good today. That looks pretty nasty, not gonna lie. Shoulders and everything there. Oh. Oh. Chest is definitely feeling good though. Definitely feeling good. A little pumped up today. But again guys, that's gonna wrap it up for day 23 of the off season. Alright, hopefully you guys all enjoyed the video, today's upload, and hope you all have a wonderful day. Love you guys. See you in the next one.